Alrighty, thank you so much for being on the call, guys. I am really excited tonight because I'm going to go through a few things that I think will be just good to cement again for ourselves. I know that there's a couple of newbies on here, and I know that there's going to go to the recording for a few new people. And I just think I talked about the topic being the 4 beliefs, and I really do think that these are the things that we really, really need to make sure that we are cemented with this business 100%. So I'm going to briefly go through that, and then I'm going to hand it over to Nikki a little bit because she's just come off another conference. This girl's a conference groupie at the moment. She's come to a few. So, and obviously we would know nothing anyway if we were to go to Rome because they all speak in Italian. So at least she's gone and she can kind of soak it all in, then translate it into English and really just give us a vibe of what the guys over there are doing in Italy. I mean, we have got a few. We had obviously Stefano and Andrea week before, who gave us some golden nuggets. But I think it's nothing like coming back from a conference straight away and being able to share what you've just learned. So I'm excited for Nikki to share a little bit as well. But, okay, I want to just go through those 4 beliefs because it's something that I reassessed myself again the other day, and just to, it's always good, no matter where you are in the business, even as an NMD, just to tick off those 10 out of 10, making sure that we are inspiring ourselves again in every single area. Okay, because you know what, when we have to employ ourselves every single day, we need to be inspired, right? And I think that plays such a big part of who we start to attract into our team and the vibe that we give. So I really would encourage you all, even how long you've been in this business for, to go back and re-inspire yourself in every area of your belief. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is the belief in the product. Okay, so especially talking to the new people here on the call, this part is really important for you to get. Now, belief in the product normally is going to come straight probably from yourself mainly when you start taking the product. I truly believe that to be able to have belief in the product, you need to be on all the products. Okay, first and foremost. So as you are starting in this business, to be able to have that complete cement, the complete belief system in our product, you need to be on all the products, even the kids choose, because when someone asks you the question, you want to talk about it with confidence because you want to know, you want to make sure that you speak from that place of true belief. So first and foremost is being on all the products yourself and building that belief. Because as soon as you do that, you're going to create your own story, okay? Now, when you create your own story of the product, again, that is going to be the thing that when you share it with people, people are going to believe you because you're not sharing someone else's story, you're sharing your own story. And that can be whatever it is. Jono, is that, hey, Jono, I'm just going to mute you. Hang on. Awesome. So I know when you first start initially, you may not have your story yet, okay? You may not have it, but that's okay as well because everyone is going to be at a place at some time when they are going to just try the product for the first time. So whether your story is, I just understand the importance of fruit and veg, and I know that I need this for my body. That's how simple your story could be because that's going to be relatable. So are you the product of the product is number 1. The other one is building that belief. So what I want you to do at each point, okay, I want you to write down or even put in the chat, what is your belief out of 10? Okay, so we're talking about the product. So out of 10, where does it stand? Okay, now if it's not a 10 out of 10, I would hope that majority of people on this call, because we've all been in the business for a while, is going to be a 10 out of 10. But for those, Nikki, 10 out of 10, beautiful. For those that are just starting in the business, you might not be at the 10 yet. And the reason why you're not at that 10 may be because of knowledge, okay, because you might not feel that you know enough yet. Right? So that's what happens when we first start. Sometimes you're not a 10 out of 10 just because of the knowledge part. So the one thing I would say is make sure you raise that to a 10 and do all you can to have the knowledge or to have your belief system at that 10. Now, what it might come, a couple of things that really might help is being on the testimonial page, okay? The one that's like got 200,000 Juice Plus customers on there, be on that page and start reading that page. Sinead Kavanagh always, I always remember it sticking to me when she said this, is that if you're going through a bad day, or if you feel like you know your belief system and the product is not there, go and read some stories, okay? And make sure that you're bringing that up to a 10. So testimonial page is a really good one. So you start hearing people's stories. There's nothing better than listening to that and listening from those testimonials. Another really good one is some YouTube videos. Okay, as you're getting started and you want to understand what the product's all about, is start listening to, you know, how is Juice Plus made, and really understanding your belief around, you know, the systems behind how it's made. Okay, maybe you need more science. So I would urge you to feel that confidence by going and reading the medical journals. You know, not all of us are going to be like that. Some people have the belief straight away because of stories. Some people might need more. Okay, and I think it's really important as well as team come on, you know, especially as your team gets bigger, is to actually have that conversation with someone and ask them, what do you need to have that belief in the product? Is it something from the science point of view? Do you need to go and have a look at all those journals and see what studies are done on the product? Because sometimes that might cement it. I know someone like Kim Tyack, being a science nut and in that fitness industry, she needed that for that belief of the product. So have the conversation. Make sure you bring that 10 up for everyone in the business. Because I can tell you now, if people aren't a 10 out of 10 for the product, they're not going to share it in that belief, you know, that confidence to go, we have a bulletproof product. Okay, so what do you ask yourself, if you're not at a 10 out of a 10, what do you need to know to make it a 10 out of 10? And go to work. Find what you need to do to raise that up to a 10. Okay, I'm going to whiz through this, but that's on the product. The second one is company. Okay, so where is your belief in the company Juice Plus out of 10? Okay, make sure that you want to, you know, a lot of, again, for a lot of people that are just started, 11, Nikki, I love it. I want to make sure, you know, when you first you come into the business, you know, that you get that side of things as well, that you need to understand where the company originates from and about the company, because it's important for you to know your foundation, okay? So, you know, NSA was the start of Juice Plus, and that's been, you know, NSA, the company has been around for 46 years. 23 of those years has been Juice Plus. It's a debt-free company. We have the same founder 46 years ago to what we have today, okay? That belief in the company is just so, so important, because you know that when you go out and you speak to someone about representing Juice Plus, the company, you can have the confidence to do that, the confidence to step out, because they have your back, okay, 100%. So again, if that is not a 10 out of 10, what do you need to know to make it a 10 out of 10? Again, utilizing YouTube clips is a big one, is a really good one to understand. You know, even talking to people that have been in the business for a while. You know, we're very, very privileged in our team, especially like Team Empowered, that we have uplines that have been around for a long time, you know, has been part of the company for like 17, 18 years. We've got Stevie Coulter coming in a couple of weeks' time, who's been around for a long time. These are the type of people that are actually really good to talk to if you want to cement that belief, because they have been around for so long as a company. So, you know, those that are starting up new, it's good to know that there's people been around for that long. You know, if it was just a startup company, or if that, you know, if we didn't have that massive like foundation in the company, I don't think there'll be people in the business for that long. Okay, I don't believe that they would be around if it wasn't that solid. So I would urge you right now, if yours is not a 10 out of 10, what do you need to learn? What do you need to make that belief a 10 out of 10 in the company itself? Okay, industry. Now this is a big one. It's always been a big one for me personally, because when I first started with Juice Plus, the industry for me took time. Okay, so is now to put that question to you, what is your belief 10 out of 10 in the industry, in network marketing? Okay, and I think a lot of us may go through that at the beginning because of such a misconception that I believe around network marketing and what we actually do. So if it's not a 10 out of 10, again, what can you do to get it up there as a 10 out of 10? Now, there's some fantastic, we've got our the Juicy Hub website that I urge everyone to go into, because there you've got so many YouTubes. So if it's product, if it's company, if it's industry, go and listen to some of them. There's a couple particularly, I think it's like the myths of network marketing, I think something like that. It's called The Myths. It's a 15-minute YouTube clip that's on our website. Definitely go and listen to that, because that as well, Rise of the Entrepreneur would be another one that I would say hands down, if you need that belief in the industry, you need to have watched that 100%. Okay, even GoPro, anything with Eric Worre, Jim Rohn, they understand network marketing. And when you start to really understand what it actually is, you become a professional in this. And I do think, especially as you are starting in this business, it's important to know that. Okay, it's important to know how you need to do this business, because at the end of the day, if you know all about the product, know all about the company, which is fantastic, you got 10 out of 10 out of them, but you don't know how to actually do this business the way the industry is in network marketing, you're still not going to be able to move forward in your business. So it's a really, really important thing to go professional in network marketing, and however you do that, whether you're branding yourself in different ways, understanding the industry is really important, and believing in the industry is even more important. Okay, so there is a difference. Understanding it is one thing, but believing in it is a different thing. And I think my struggle personally was in that, because I didn't want to be, the Tupperware girl, the Juice Plus girl. I didn't want to be classified as that. And I think because of the stigma, around Amway, around all of those other ones that may have given this industry a bad name, I would actually go and look at the way we do things, because we do things very, very differently. And I think for myself, I had to really understand that. So again, understand the industry, believe in the industry, and I know that's really going to help you with your Juice Plus business for sure. Okay, the last one, because I think it's the most important one, is the belief in yourself. And this is the one I love to talk about most of, because often this is the one that lacks belief right at the beginning. Okay, so as you start this business, it's an independent virtual franchise, right? You start this independently, but supported by all of us. Okay, and I love that, because this business, what we do is we get to believe in people before they believe in themselves. Okay, so where is your belief right now out of 10 in yourself? Now, when I say believe in yourself, what I mean is, if you walk into this as a Juice Plus franchisee, do you truly believe that you are going to be a national marketing director for Juice Plus? Okay, that is what I want you to answer, because that's the part that will set you apart on believing that you can do this to not. And I can tell you now, the people that get to NMD are the ones that actually go through the growth to get there and actually have the belief in themselves that they can get there. Now, over time, this is going to happen more and more. Right at the beginning, as I said, sometimes what happens is we do lack that self-belief. And it's up to us as your uplines, as your support network, to really, really to encourage you that we believe in you, because we know across the board, in all we see in different conferences and different teams, that anyone can do this business, right? Anyone can step into this and do this business. It's actually the self-doubt and it's the self-belief that will actually stop you from progressing. So if you are willing to grow, if you're willing to actually take every challenge and obstacle that comes your way and go, you know what, I'm going to embrace this, because when I embrace this, I know I'm going to grow from it. And you become that person that just keeps growing and stays in line and starts developing. NMD will be a development that will happen. Okay, no one steps into this straight away and goes, I'm fit to be an NMD today. It's really very unusual that someone would do that. You know, I'm sure there's more people coming in that believe that. That is great. But all you have to do is say, you know what, no matter what happens, I'm here. And I'm going to stay here and I'm going to learn the lessons because I need to grow as a person to the NMD that I'm going to be. Okay? And it will have its challenges. It will have things thrown at you, but you know what? It is going to be such the most amazing, amazing journey that you will ever do. 100% believe it. So why is it so important to have that self-belief? Because the first thing I would say to you is you need to know your why, okay? First and foremost, coming into this business, unless you have massive vision, unless you have a massive reason, again, when the things that the challenges that will come your way, you know, if you don't have a proper strong enough reason and a strong enough why, you're going to be easily be able to walk out of this business. Okay, and that's what happens. As an NMD, and our NMDs on the call would know that the people with the strong enough why and the strong enough reason will get to there. Will get there. They will, 100%, because we know that that's what's going to pull them through anything that they need to get through. So write your reason. Okay. Now we're all about big vision. Okay. And, you know, I was just listening. I don't know if did anyone listen to Kate and Ant's call at all? Okay. I haven't listened to all of it. But I urge you, I haven't posted it on the team page yet. It was great, wasn't it, Carla? Yeah. And Val. Okay. And a few of the things that I absolutely love, and I think more and more, you know, we as NMDs are always evolving. You know, we haven't got it right either. You know, this is what's part of the journey, and we love it because we get to evolve and we get to get new things and we get to keep moving and growing all the time. And we learn off each other in terms of our NMDs as well. So having Kate and Ant on there, you know, they truly believe that vision is key actually to this business. You know, if you don't have the vision, if you don't have those big dreams, then again, you're going to easily be able to come out of this business. Okay, the vision is the actual fuel. The vision will fuel you to where you want to be. So one thing I would definitely ask you to do, this is some homework for you. Has anyone right now put up the check that they want for their Juice Plus business as a goal? Has anyone done that? Okay, I'm going to show you mine. What you got to do, right? Can you see it? Right, I've done it. So I have put that now. You can print it out on your printer. Just go to Images, check, and actually get a check and write what your Juice Plus goal is per month. That's a per month. That's not per year, right? Per month. That's 50,000. It was in pounds, actually. 50 pounds would be nice. 50,000 pounds. Should convert that. Now that's a short-term goal, mind you. That's a short. I have my long-term goal, but this one is something that I want to achieve in the next 12 months. Okay, and I would get you to do that. What is Jolene saying? Write it in the chat. I can't hear you, babe.
Saying in the next 12 months, I'm like, Jesus Christ, Abby.
Yes. Woo! Is that big? Yay! Absolutely.
When you get it, you can take us for drinks then, okay? Yeah.
Absolutely. You know what? Why not? See, Val's gone. I did this in Carla. You did it in September. Fantastic. But you know what? Bloody Jim Carrey, when he wrote out $1 million, I bet you he didn't think it was ever going to happen. And it did, you know. And I think that's the amazing thing about what we get to do is that we can dream that. I mean, you asked me 5 years ago to do something like that, and it would have been, you know, $500. And that's as far as what I thought. So it allows, you know, this allows us to do this. And we need to be doing this with our team, guys. Like, honestly, from day one, how great is it to bring a new team member on and get them to have that type of vision and go put that on your dream board. Like, that is something we need you to do. Put your ideal. And something that I love that Kate said, you know, she writes down her own team's goals in her book. She knows where every single person's dreams are. And I don't. So I'm going to go to work and find out what you guys want to do, you know, because it's important to me that we are working on those. What have you got there, Carla? Dream. It's reflecting. Is that your book? Beautiful. Absolutely. And I think that is so important. And Nikki, we've all got our books up. Beautiful. You know, and it's important for our teams to be in there with their dreams. That, you know what, how awesome is that to pick up that book and you've got your front lines, you've got people in your team with all of their dreams, you know, that you hold on to. That's a true dream keeper, right? An absolute dream keeper, that we get to hold that in our hands and go, we are here cheering you on to make this bloody happen. So when when the times get challenging, look, she's tuned it. Yay. Love it, Jolene. You know, when those times happen, we can remind our team of those dreams and hold it for them to keep going. So guys, that was the last thing I wanted to talk about, is that self-belief. You know, it does come, and I know that sometimes we do go through those stages of up and downs in our belief system. But remember, someone is always believing in you all the time, no matter where. If someone believes in you, we know that you're enough. We know that you are capable. We know that you have everything around you and in you to make that happen. Okay, it all comes down to start believing. Okay, and doing it, doing the action. That every single day, consistency will help you get there. So that's enough from me, because I've taken a lot of time, I've just realised. Nikki, I want to hand over to you. So we want to hear some golden nuggets about what you learned coming out of Rome Conference. I'm going to hand it over to you.
Okie dokie. So there was about 3,000 people in Rome. There were from, obviously, Italy. We had the Spanish team, because Spain's a massive part of the Unstoppable movement. So Spain, Italy, with Germany, we had Israel. Israel's actually going off right now. There was me, there was Holland, Belgium. Yeah, it was a really great bunch of people. There was obviously didn't help people with headphones in, because there was half of it was in Spanish and half of it was in Italian. So we had the headphones in to understand what people were saying. I took my partner with me, because he hears me bang on about, you know, my visions for Juice Plus and everything, and I think he kind of gets it, but he didn't really get it at all. And now he saw first and foremost the energy from 3,000 people, the science behind it, why it actually works. And he's just like, right, I'm going to help you as much as I can to get you to the top. He's going to be helping. He goes, every event you do, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be talking about it from my side of things. I'm going to talk about the things that I learned and things that my experience. So he's going to be literally my personal assistant, helping me with everything. So that for me just made it so much more special, because I'm sharing it with him and he's my support. The belief in yourself, you know, they talked a lot about self-belief. Don't give up, you know, and really don't let someone else steal your dreams. They talked a lot about, you know, when you start in the business and there's someone saying, oh, you know, it's a scam, you know, it's not going to work, and they laugh at you and they think it's just a fad. And then, you know, all these people have said that they've proven all their critics wrong, and a lot of these people end up doing their business afterwards, because first of all, they start, you know, laughing at you and taking the mick out of you for doing what you're doing, and then they can see that you're actually going somewhere with it, and they're like, oh, actually, I think I might want to do this myself. Be an example. Be really careful what you post on Facebook. Your Facebook can be your best tool for your business, or it can kill your business. So if you're not really living in your values, you're going to end up killing your business, and you're not going to get people to follow you at all. So you really need to really live in your values, think about what you post, make sure it's, you know, in line with the company values, because, you know, once Sven said something, no, was it Sven or Dan Holtzman said something really interesting. He said, now with social media, you know, before, if you'd made a mistake, you could kind of like, people wouldn't really see what you're doing. If you make a mistake on social media, everybody sees it. And I made a comment yesterday. I wrote a post yesterday, funny about Tupperware, which Michele made me delete afterwards, because I've had so many people that make comments like that, we're doing something similar to Tupperware. And I wrote, it makes me laugh when people say, but make a comparison to what I do to Tupperware. I've never seen a plastic box. I've never seen a plastic box change lives, change people's health, improve the health of children, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't come from a plastic box, people. And then Michele said, you can't put that because someone out there is doing Tupperware, is very proud of doing Tupperware, and you're going to offend people. So I was like, right, there's my first lesson. Social media, don't write stuff that can offend people. Be really neutral. Don't compare yourself to others. Like and this is something that really spoke to me, because me being in Italy, part of your team, but I'm kind of like on my own, and I am constantly looking at the Unstoppables and thinking, God damn it, like how can I be like them? How can I have the same sort of results? And I'm only hurting myself because I'm only making myself frustrated. And you just can't compare yourself to someone else. You don't know the journey that someone else has had to get to where they are. If you don't have the quickest start, it doesn't make a difference. It's about being consistent. One of the speakers, I think it was Christine Lever actually spoke, and so did Cassie Smith from the UK. She said that she didn't have the quickest start, but then when it actually took off really quickly. So don't worry if you're taking your time and you're not hitting your, there are some people that go through SDD, SC, SSC, like in consecutive months, but not all like that. So don't be hard on yourself if you're not getting there. And that was something for me to really take on board as well. This is something that absolutely, I translated it from Italian because I've just got goosebumps reading it again. A dream can take you anywhere, but only action can take you to your dream. So it's all well and good having these dreams, but if you don't get off your backside and do something, the action, you're just going to be constantly being that dreamer and not a doer. So, have the dream, but do the hard work to get you to have that dream. Speak to conviction about the product. This is really good, and know the products. For example, Michele said to me, we ate, this is a great thing. At the pause, we bought one of the bars, the protein bars, and we had half each. And that lasted us from 3:45 p.m. till 8:30 at night. We went hungry. He goes, I want to know what's in that bar. Like, what does it do? And I said, I don't know. And he goes, what do you mean you don't know? He goes, Nikki, you have to know every single thing about these products. You have to, when someone asks you a question, respond like that. Speak with conviction. If you have that slightest bit of insecurity, no one's going to buy anything from there. They won't trust you. Share the stories, the testimonials. It's a marathon, not a sprint. One thing that we had a speaker that came from Switzerland, and so my next little trip's going to be to Switzerland. There's a factory in Lugano, which is not that far from me actually, and it's the NIA factory, National Alternative Health, was it National Alternative Health, I think it is, and they were talking about how they make the product, because all the product for us is based in Basel in Switzerland. We don't get the product from America, I don't think. And they're talking about the machines that are making the products, the same machinery that make medicine. So you're going to be thinking about the quality of the machines that they're using. It's not like you're just getting an apple from a tree and squashing it into a capsule. They are making this top state of the art quality machines that are making these products. And he said that anyone that works in Reduce Plus is more than welcome to go and do a tour, see how the product is made. So that's the next thing that I'm going to be doing, is popping over there and doing taking some loads and loads of notes. And I visualized myself on that stage. Really, we were in. There was two parts to the conference. There was the main part, and then there was this little side room when you watch things on a video. And we got to this side room, I'm like, this is terrible. I can't feel the energy from this side room, because I didn't organise myself in advance in enough time. I didn't get the ticket to. So what we did, we snuck into the main room. We snuck into the main room, and I wanted to go to the toilet so badly, but I couldn't leave. So we're stuck in the main room by the wall, and I was filming as much as I possibly could, and the energy, and I was just like, Michele, I said, right. And we were talking about what I was going to say when I'm on stage next year. Am I going to speak in Italian? Am I going to speak in English? We talked it all about. And I said, right, you've got to picture yourself up there, because so many of the people, this is the crazy thing, when they had the PMDs doing the up on stage, I thought about the PMDs that were up on stage in England. There was not many of them. In Italy, there was just droves and droves of people. The Spanish and the Italian, they are just killing the business all on social media. And, you know, the amount of people that are succeeding, and Dan Holzman said, oh my God, I actually feel like this stage is going to collapse because there are so many people. And if you think about a few years ago, there just wasn't that many people on the stage, and a lot of the people hadn't even joined the business 3 years ago, and they're there as PMDs. So it really does give you the vision that it is actually achievable. The last thing that really, you know, made me, I don't want to get emotional again, but made me so emotional was listening to Paolo. The man didn't give up. He was on stage. He talked about his story. He was part of, he was in Holland in 92 or 93. He heard about this product, and he just didn't give up. For 15 years, he had no results. And he just said, look, it's so easy to give up when it's not going your way. He had so many opportunities to give up and just to quit. And, you know, he came across Stefano and Andrea. He invited them to Miami, and the boys didn't have a penny to their name. And they're just like, we can't come, we haven't got the money. So don't worry about it. I'll sort you out. I'll fly to my house in Miami. He believed in them. So when you believe in your team, you've got someone, like Abby said before, that believes in you, believes in your ability, that gives that extra push to really keep going. And, you know, we were, at the end, I was in tears. He got a standing ovation. Michele was a bit emotional. We spoke the whole 7 hours on the way back from Rome back to Bolzano, talking about our strategies and what we're going to do. And it's just, I can't say enough. When you do go to the conferences, you really do get firsthand the energy from other people, and feeling that it's all very, very real. So I tried to really, film as much live feeds as possible, but being there, and Abby and Carla will know this from our, experience in Bournemouth, being there and being part of it, you just can't, replicate that kind of experience if you're not there yourself. So I encourage everyone, if you do have a chance to go to conferences, just go.
Awesome, babe. Thank you so much. That was, I think that just cemented probably pretty much what I was talking about, and really that belief. And I think it just tied in perfectly what you said, really. And having that massive vision. I think, Val and I have been speaking about this a lot over the last couple of days. She as well, just come back from Queensland. Again, seeing people that have massive vision for this. And you know what, guys? I think we're playing way too small here. We are playing way too small. There is so much more that we could be doing. And I think, having those dreams and actioning what we need to do every single day to get there is so important. So, you know what? We have your backs. And I want to make sure that everyone knows that we want the best for every single person. We absolutely do. And we will do and grow what we can as NMDs, raising more NMDs. You put your hand up and you want to be an NMD, and we will work with you 100% for you to get there. Absolutely. I know you girls are there, right? Absolutely, 100%. All right, guys, thank you so much for being on the call tonight. I'm just going to stop recording.